Welcome to Beyond Flow. My name is Tammy. This is Maria, and we are your hosts here with you for another exciting episode. We love these episodes. So today's subject is an interesting element that is called Libyan Desert Glass. It's thought to be 26 million years old. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, the energy that it carries, and why it's so significant. If you are enjoying our episodes, please like our channel. Share it with your friends, subscribe. Appreciate it so much. We're enjoying very much sharing this journey with you. So,
well, here we are talking about a little bit different than Moldavite, but is it in the same family? Would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Libyan Desert Glass is found in the Sahara. It's between Egypt and Libya. They say that it was found. It was formed, from what science can tell, like an extreme pressure. They're not sure if it's a meteorite or a like a cosmic event.
Oh, wow.
But for sure what it was an extreme amount of heat that landed in the sand and crystallized and turned into glass. So it's a little bit of a phenomenon of how it happened.
No.
But it's definitely cosmic in energy. It was involved in something from space.
So we're going to do a little bit of a different, in a way, format this episode, because I know you are, I want to say you're very familiar with crystals, more than I am. Not that I'm not, but I think you're definitely more, I want to say you're more in tune when you work with customers, and I think you're very passionate about crystals. So I have a couple of questions, and I think that this time we can do, the format this way. So why does this stone feel so different from other crystals or meteorites for you?
So one aspect of it that I think makes it so unique is first of all, how transparent it is.
Okay.
Most meteorites are like an iron. Moldavite is another glass-like thing, but it's much denser. This one's really translucent, and it very obviously carries like a solar energy, like a sun energy. You can tell and feel the heat aspect of this.
Wow.
So that's unique. And I think the fact that it carried it was formed by such pressure and such heat that it's like heaven and earth came together at the same time.
Okay.
So it's very cosmic in that way, but it's this blend of the two touching together.
You know, I remember the first time I actually got that I held one in my hand, and I really felt it. Like I remember feeling this, I don't want to say weird, it's just very different energy from it.
You feel it, yeah.
And even now holding it, you feel it. It's a very unique,
strong
energy.
Yeah.
And so for you, what fascinates you the most about the idea that extreme heat created something like Libyan Desert?
I think it's, this idea of the concept of fire, and it's actually very beautiful when you see it. But fire typically it destroys, right? It can purify things. It transforms. But it's not something that you typically think something amazing comes from. It's more destructive in nature, right? And this is a very fiery energy.
Okay. So would you say if someone is going, what do you feel that fire energy can help someone with?
Because I think what it offers is a connection to cosmic transformation, to almost like the way that, like, let's think of like forest fires, or they destroy and then there's
rebuild.
a rebirth.
Oh, okay.
So this is offering that. This is offering you to redesign, particularly your power and your strength.
And is that associated, like, do you feel more like with a particular chakra that people can, like, if someone is
Yeah.
at home and saying, well, why is Libyan Desert that, what so different than any other crystal that can work with
Right.
the fire energy? Like,
Right.
what do you
So
feel?
this is sort of like, I would say in the chakra world, this would be considered connected with the solar plexus.
Okay.
And ever since I've discovered Libyan Desert Glass, I've always said it's like a citrine times 10.
Okay.
So we all know citrine. In the crystal world, citrine is definitely one of those manifestation stones. It's a success stone. We associate it with business, with abundance, with manifesting, with reaping the fruits. So the Libyan Desert is the cosmic version of that. So if you're looking for manifesting
It reminds
something
me
in
of
your
something.
life,
Yes.
it's the one that I think is a great go-to, because it is drawing in that astral support and
Into the physical.
into the physical and into your manifestation of that thing, whatever that is you're working towards.
I remember when we had the store in Victoria Park. I had, it always stayed with me. It's one of those core memory moments. I had a realtor that came, and someone had mentioned to this realtor Libyan Desert, and she goes, do you sell Libyan Desert? Because I was told by another realtor that something was happening with the property that she was it was on the market for a little bit and it wasn't moving. And so she came and she bought Libyan Desert. And I said, well, I never really knew that Libyan Desert helped with, which is now it makes sense because you're talking about the energy of it.
Yeah.
But to get to the story very short, so she buys the Libyan Desert, she connects with it, like I said, I never want to say that the crystal made
Right.
it's not magic.
It's not magic, right?
Right. But anyway, so she bought the crystal and she came back like maybe a week or a little bit over a week after. And she came to say, I want you to know that I came here and this property was on the market for I don't know how long. And it's amazing when you work with the tools from the universe, how things can really shift.
Wow.
And so Libyan Desert, every time a realtor comes and they want to move that energy, I always go, Libyan Desert, and it's not based on my own experience, but for me it is. Having the person coming back and telling me their story.
That's so cool. And this is like this is a very like activating kind of energy. A lot of crystals, meteorites and all, we think of them in their a lot of them are peaceful. They bring calm, like amethyst. Everybody knows amethyst. Amethyst is a stress reliever, a calming one. This is not that.
Okay.
This is action.
Wow.
This is doing, action, activating, going for it, manifesting. It's an active energy. It's not a calming energy, and that's one of the big differences. But that makes sense. When you connect with crystals, just like wearing them, carrying them, having them in your home, you're allowing the energy that they are here to offer us into your vibration so that you can shift, or maybe an area that's stagnant or an energy that's stuck, to help move that energy. So it isn't that it's magic, but you're connecting to its infinite energy to bring into your life, which does shift things. So it
Wow.
kind of works hand in hand together that way.
That.
Yeah.
I love that. So when we're talking about the energy of it, do you feel or do you think that in this particular, do you call this a crystal, or is this more
This is, I think I associate it more as a meteorite, but it's not it's not 100% proven. Was it a meteorite or was it a cosmic heat moment that happened? So it's a cosmic piece.
Got
you
it.
know,
I get it.
but it did form with sand, so it brought the two together.
Wow. That's
Sand turned into this.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Okay. So, do you have another question for you?
Okay.
Do you think spiritual growth often requires some kind of collision in our lives?
Spiritual growth, I think most of the time we have to be pushed to grow. Something happens that forces us to make a shift and a change, and that's where that growth comes. And I think if we think about the example of the phoenix moments in a person's life, phoenix moments are destruction and revival. You know, they are a rebirth.
It's like a before and after of the person's, yeah.
And I think spiritual growth may not always have to be like catastrophic moments. They can be subtle, but they still are a beginning and an end, because once you are aware and conscious of some sort of transformation in your life, you can't go backwards. You are forever different because of it. So, you know, I think when it comes to like thinking of transformation or spiritual growth, this is a really good symbol of that. And yeah, I think it can cause us to push ourselves to be truly authentic in our lives, truly the unlimited beings that we were created to be. This is a symbol of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I love that.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you think it's possible that moments that shatter us are also moments that remake us?
Ask me again.
Is it possible that moments that shatter us are also moments that remake us?
I mean, I can only speak for my own experience. I wish it didn't have to be that way, but I do feel that most of the times the things that feels like something breaks is actually a breakthrough. There's a moment that definitely, I don't think we can go through growth without something breaking. Just like the muscle, it breaks every time, right?
Yeah.
So it is part of this human experience by design. We come here to exactly do that, for our vessel to expand, for our soul to keep expanding. And I don't think it can happen if we don't go through those moments of break.
Right.
But if we can look at them as breakthroughs and know that that is what they are put in our way, then we don't have to feel so victimized, and we don't have to look at it as the final chapter of something that we're going through. And then we can remember that there's always tools that are given to us to go and to become stronger in those moments that we feel something has been broken. And if we can always remember that if something breaks, there's a breakthrough that it's happening. That's why this just came to me. When we think of a breakup, right? I mean, the heart, literally, it breaks.
Broken heart.
It's a
Yeah.
broken heart.
Mhm.
But in that break, how many blessings do we get? Even if it's not, you still have to go through it. You're going through the breakup, but there's a lot of things that happen in that breakup that gets you to a breakthrough,
It's
because
true.
you get to know yourself better. You get to know what you don't deserve. You learn so many parts of you. You also allow that pain to help you grow.
And you can also learn, in that your behavior towards another, your reaction to another, like, right? I mean, sometimes we think we have it all figured out, and we forget that there's another person out there that is, having their own experience, and maybe we need to be a little more sensitive. Some of us are too sensitive. Some of us are not sensitive enough.
Right.
Right. So I mean,
That's a good
it
one.
teaches you, those moments teach you how to treat others, to reflect, and how to also realize what you aren't okay with.
It's so
Yeah.
true, and to know that kindness, it's always very sexy. And if we can
No
we can
kidding.
just continue living from that place, then we can go through those moments that feel heavy, and yes, there's breaks that needs to happen. It breaks us open. That's where the light comes in. That's where miracles sometimes come in. And so yes, I think that that's what they're for.
Yeah. It's
in our
always to serve us. Yeah.
to have breakthroughs.
And I think this representation is showing us that the most violent things that can happen in this universe can still create sacred pieces. I wrote one little thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
So I think when you hold or wear Libyan Desert Glass in the moments we are experiencing today, and choose to find the beauty, the motivation for positive progress, and the manifestations of our dreams, unlimited, because each of us is the master of our own personal universe, and nothing on the outside can change that.
Wow. Well, with that, I think very well said, beautifully said, and amazing.
Libyan Desert Glass.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Many blessings.